New router with real-time video thumbnails. View your router sources on a built-in LCD. Plus, create your own router size. You decide the number of video inputs and outputs. The new Avenue router from Ensemble Designs.
So OMVC said last week that within 12 months, mobile DTV will be able to reach 77 million U.S. households. What do you expect for the rollout for the rest of the households in the United States?
Well, that's a pretty rapid rollout. We have 76 stations on air right now. We expect the majority of those markets, and they're the top markets in the United States,
right,
to launch between now and next April. Based on how rapidly those rolled out, I would expect that you'll see the rest of the nation roll out shortly thereafter.
What was the most important finding from the Washington, D.C. User report, user studies that you did, the trial of OMVC?
It's incredibly high, the high consumer interest in this service. It was off the charts. If you look at consumer interest across other types of services and devices, consumer interest in a mobile DTV service, and that's a live broadcast service where you're receiving your local channels for free, was off the charts in terms of consumer interest. And then if you look next at what they actually did with the products we had in DC, amount of usage. We had consumers that were watching TV were on average watching more than 50 minutes a day.
So what are some of the new applications that we can expect for mobile DTV?
There's a lot of exciting new applications. This is an IP base, so it's really internet mobile TV on the go. And you can get and do things like couponing. There's great demonstrations here that LG is showing where you can receive coupons from your local appliance store. You might be watching a show and there's an ad from the local appliance store. They can deliver coupons straight to your phone, and you can go redeem those at the store. Another application is a social TV application. It's called Tweet TV. You can watch with your friends and see what other people are saying about the show. So think about that when you're watching a big sports program like the Masters this past weekend. You can see what people are thinking and saying about the various players.
And lastly, in May, OMVC and Broadcast Engineering are going to jointly be putting together a one-day workshop on all the technical considerations that engineers should have top of mind when they're rolling out mobile DTV at their stations. And the other day we were talking about that, and you mentioned that there are going to be a number of papers released in conjunction with that event. So I was just wondering if you could tell us about what some of those details might be.
Sure. We're really excited about partnering with Broadcast and Engineering on this seminar. What we're planning to do is release all the work from the OMVC that will be helpful for broadcast engineers to better engineer their systems. Those include a brand new RF propagation model that can be plugged into an RF tool. It encompasses using the traditional broadcast RF models that have been used to understand how well the signal does in a market, but it also incorporates mobile services. So it allows you to know how your service is doing in a vehicular mode, in a pedestrian mode, and also inside buildings. And that's never been released before. And it's great work. We're very excited about it, and we'll be putting that out publicly at this seminar, available for all broadcasters. The second item is electronic service guidelines. We've done a lot of work in looking at how does a broadcaster implement ESG, and we'll be putting out a paper on that and guidelines on how to do that. We're also going to be talking about system efficiencies. What are the different bit rates for types of programming? You know, how do you efficiently engineer your system to give the best quality of service to an end user? That's another product. So there's a lot more than that. I'm just giving you sort of the top three. But we're excited to use this as the forum to release that information.
Great. Well, Anne, thanks for joining me today to talk a little bit about mobile DTV.
Sure, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.